Ooh. Welcome to Little Creek Bee Ranch. Date and time, April 23rd, 2024, 3 o'clock p.m. We're in the Catch Box nursery. You see what I see? There's 3 catch boxes down here. I rounded the corner and there was lots of bees on there. I'm sitting. What I'm doing is looking at the porch, assessing the attitude. There we go. Okay, I'll let you. Okay, notice this is good lessons. Here we go. Pen and paper handy? Oh yeah, man. Need to look around for any swarms hanging. Pen and paper handy. Here we go. See how there's no bees that we see on the sides? I know I've zoomed in. There's no bee action really on the sides. Scout bees will inspect all 4 sides and the top, like the whole box, inspecting. These bees are only on the porch. I have a swarm in there. So, what day did I mow? Was it Sunday? Sometime yesterday or today, they came in. Nice. So this is April 23rd. I'll give them 3 weeks. Why do I give them 3 weeks before I open quiz time? Why don't I just go open them now? It's just a nuke. I could just gently pull off the lid. No, 3 weeks. All right. See, I'm gonna go slow. I'm gonna go slow at this. See if you get it together. Click it. How long does it take to hatch a worker? 21 days. 3 weeks. Okay. That's clue number 2. Clue number 3. What's the heavy leverage over the bees? Priority of leverage. There's 3 levers. Really? Bees are brood sensitive first, then queen sensitive, then honey sensitive. That's why they'll abandon honey so easily. But when it comes to brood, no. That's why colony collapse disorder, when it came up in, 05, 06, somewhere around there, and the big beekeepers went out to inspect their hives and they opened up and there's brood there, but everybody's gone. Like, what the heck here? That's like violating core bee principles. What the heck? Where's all my bees? Left the brood. They don't ever do that, unless they're sick or something. They were certainly sick. So, why don't I just go open them right now? Because they probably don't have enough comb pulled down and enough eggs and larvae built out yet. It's only been a couple of days. But if I give them, I'm in no rush, 3 weeks. What is that? Mid-May? No earlier than that. Nice. Mid-May before I want to come in. And look, everybody gets all emotional and excited. I'm going to walk around and look for swarms. They get so excited about bees and they want to look and open and pop and pull and then they come back out the next week and they go, they're gone. Well, yes. just because you're not thinking, nobody's taught you right, correctly. It happens. It happens. So I'll let you watch those. Over here looking at the other two. Huh. Well, they have some action on the big one over here. Looks like scout bees though. I don't know. Well, you know. So I came out of winter with 4, caught 6 swarms. Be my queens and probably a couple of casts. So maybe some bees coming in from, this looks different. Okay, hold on. In other words, if you know how to put all this together, you can go from 0 to hero real quick. Which is good. Just have to understand what makes all this click, what makes it work. Boy, it's nice. Quiet. Oh. Where's my lawn chair? I don't even need one. I got my hood on. Oh my. I love this time of year. I love this time of year. Yeah, I do. Sometimes you can walk down fence lines and find swarms hanging on fence lines. We got honeysuckle and vegetation grown over. Let's just chill. What do you say? After I turn this camera off, I'm going to do a good walk around down here. It's quiet out here. The bees love privacy. Privacy is their number one. They love privacy, boy. They want to be left alone. There's a swarm in there. Huh. Cool. Notice? No, okay. See, I see all these things. I tell you, I teach you. Come on, Kendall. Get settled here. Okay. Okay, so see how the bees, they come back. There's one kind of going around. But the bees at the opening, watch how they come out to meet and greet. Somebody comes and lands and they come check them. Well, okay, what is going on with the gnats here? I got other little bugs bothering me. Comes the veil back on. Okay. Okay, we're doing a porch lesson. It's so subtle, it's boring. But if you will learn how to focus your mind. Okay. Well, okay. So you know the three-dimensional pictures that hang on the wall. They're like black and white squares or something. And somebody says, "Oh, there's a dinosaur on there." And you go, "What? That's just a big picture of black and white squares." No, 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 man. You got to look at the picture, and you relax your eyes, and you look through the picture. You got to relax, and all of a sudden, this big T-Rex appears. Those kind of pictures. That's what this is like. You got to relax your mind and look at the porch opening and just watch the interaction. I got bees. It's a new house. It's a new house to them. And we got bees coming out to greet and check. What they're doing is smelling. Are you from this house? So it's a protective guard action. So the guard bees are just inside. But when you get 2 or 3 bees that land, you'll see them step out. Like, hey, wait a minute. Papers, please. Who are you? And they'll sniff them and smell them. Oh, okay, you can come in here. We have some scout bees checking out the double medium set just down the way. Some of you might find this boring. This is like watching paint dry on the wall. I know. But man, if you can make your mind relax and focus, the stuff you're going to learn. See that bee trying to get in? Okay, here comes another one. Oh. Meet and greet. All right. See if I can get closer. I'm going to get you closer. Ooh, hang tough. Yeah. I don't think we're going to bother him by being this close. Okay. Now we're going to watch that for a while. Better. I'm looking at the 2 catch boxes further down. Now, wouldn't it just be a hoot to see a giant swarm come in and take that big catch box? Whew, boy, man, watch that happen. It's pretty rare to actually get to see it. Some people get to see it numerous times. Okay. I'm sitting in my chair behind you. Yeah. This is ownership activity. Okay. So how could I tell for sure that there's a swarm in there, for sure, without opening? I'm reading flight language, and I'm reading body language. See how the bees come out and swirl around, and off they go. That's not bee inspections, that's looking for forage. Somebody's dancing inside. I could stand behind the nuc, don't touch it, and look down on the porch for pollen. Pollen. Pollen coming in. We connect the dots. Pollen is protein to feed the larva. The larva comes from an egg. Egg comes from a queen. We have a laying queen. Have a queen, have a swarm. See how that works? Oh, this is cool. I wasn't certain I'd have anything today, but I've got lots of action. 1 swarm here. We only have 3 boxes ready out here. Need to make some more up. Okay, so let's go a little further. Minimum 6 catch boxes. You really should push for 12. What if you let's say 12? And well, gosh, what if you fill 8 of them up? Oh my gosh, 8 of them. Oh my gosh, I got 8 swarms, and that's really possible. Do you have to keep all that? No. Gosh, man, for that matter, you could either give them away or sell them for a little bit. $100, $50, $200, depending on how big it is. You tell people this is a swarm. I caught it in a catch box. I just got too much to handle. Better to do that than to be greedy and try to make it through wintertime, and you know you're going to lose half your apiary in wintertime. And people just, they bow up at that. That's no way. I said, oh yeah, man. I've been doing this almost 20 years. There's only one winter I come out of winter with no dead outs. Okay? Wrap them, not wrap them. Candy blocks, not candy blocks. Sometimes it's about the gene pool. They're just really good. They manage their own honey. They manage their consumption, rate of consumption. They just are good. Some are piggies, gluttons. They eat through their stores. They're dead by the beginning of March. Well, it's okay. You're looking for the best gene pools, aren't you? Survival of the fittest. I want to help them all out. But I'm looking at this, and this is ownership action. So don't let anybody tell you swarms never hit nuke boxes. Okay. So let's do this. I'm going to expand it out so you can see me. Okay. Now, I want to be right here, right there. And I'm going to call out pollen when I see pollen. You may have to stand here a while. That's ownership flight. Scout bees would be on the outside, looking, inspecting. Now, I could thump the side of the box for a hiss report, to get a hiss report, but that would be disturbing them. Oh, man. Okay. Here comes the cough drop. It's all right. I want to know. Don't you want to know? Get nervous and excited. Start coughing. Oh. Another quiz question. Here you go. Oh man. Do bees come home every night? Do all of them come home? All of them come home? Excuse me. To blow my nose. I'm sorry. Let's go back to sitting down. I'll expand this for you. Let's zoom in. We're learning. Okay. Bees come home every night. No. How would I know that? No, they don't. Okay. Hang tough with me. Bees are efficient, sensitive. So another quiz question that goes along with this. What's the bee's limitation on their body? What's the bee's limitation on their body? Their wings. Their wings are thin and tender. They can wear them out pretty quick. Bees in the spring and summer only last about 30 days because they're flying a bunch. They know it. Look at that, man. Caught a swarm. They know it. So if they came back every night after all their travels, they would die even quicker. So they'll stay out on the road, hunker up under a limb, as long as it's not blowing rain and terrible. They don't have Travis Myers, the weatherman, telling them about the weather. They don't have Google Earth and Google stuff. How would they know? Barometric pressure change, darkness, clouds. They can see all that, sense it. Okay, so if you're in beekeeping long enough, stay planted. When you have a big storm come through, like a big old gnarly squall line, it's like black-green, man. Almost tornado stuff. Go out to the apiary before it gets your way, about an hour, a couple hours before. Sit in your chair and just wait. And all of a sudden, it's like somebody threw a switch and millions of bees show up all at one time. It's insane. Swirling and diving into their boxes. Tons, thousands and thousands of bees in the air. And you go, holy crap, where did those bees all come from? All in the area, all around you. And they forage up to 3 miles away from their house. And they can remember how to get back unless they get into some pesticide crap and that messes up their neural network. They know how to get back, but they're not going to stay out on the road if it's a nasty, dark squall line. So then they all do come home. Therefore, if bees came home every night, you could sit in the apiary about an hour before dark and watch thousands upon thousands of bees come to the apiary, swirling and diving in a giant cloud to get into their house. Seen that 3 times, and it's all associated with storm fronts. Oh, weather's too bad to stay on the road here. Not going to do it. Dive inside. It's a pretty cool event too, man. It's almost like watching the giant swarm come into a box. That's just pretty special. And have seen that 3 times. So I'm convinced, no, bees don't come back every night. particularly if they're far out. If they're in the local area, they may zip home, grab some dinner and rest. Do bees sleep? Do bees sleep? No, don't sleep. They rest. They don't sleep. I'm gonna give a shout out to Anna H, man, and around Shoto. Your girls, they need to be tested. This is a great. These are great questions for homeschoolers. Quiz time, man. Oh, this is great learning for homeschool parents and families. Great stuff. We'll build some great friendships and relationships in the program. Wonderful, man. Mm-hmm. Bees don't come home every night. They'll stay on the road. Their wings are their limitation. Wear their wings out. And you'll see older bees, maybe on the frame, when you're inspecting. Their thorax is all polished. Not much hair on their thorax. Their wings are kind of tattered on the ends. That's an older field worker. She's about to die. She doesn't have very long. Yep. I'm watching the other two boxes down there. Well, we definitely have a swarm in this one. That's exciting. How do bees breathe? Ooh, there's a good one. Scout's still checking out the double medium down there. How do bees breathe? Through their mouth? Nope. That's where their proboscis is, or their tongue. It's like a paintbrush. Their tongue is weird. Looks like a long brush. They stick it in the flower and suck up nectar. Get it on the brush and pull in their tongue. Suck it off their tongue and push their tongue or proboscis back out. They breathe. They breathe through 7 auricles along the sides of their body. 2 on the thorax and 5 on the abdomen. Little holes on the side. And that's why when a bee hits a flower and you see that bee's abdomen pulsing or pumping, pulsing, they're breathing hard. They've been flying. They're trying to catch their breath. They've been breathing hard. Okay. Change of venue. Let's go down here and watch these other two. Darn gnats. What? All of a sudden the gnats are out. Yeah. Ooh, looky, 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 looky. Oh boy. How do I do this? How do I? Let's see, that's a scout bee. Let's just watch this one, the big one. Oh, come on, come on. Let's just watch this one. Okay, I'll get my chair. There. That's cool. So we know we have a swarm in the nuke over there. Like that. Oh man. Let's see what I got. Maybe I better stay. I'm gonna stay away. I'm gonna stay over by the tree. What's that big fat white thing sitting by my house? You can still see in the camera. Now you saw the action on the nuke. That's ownership action, only on the face of the nuke. So now I want you to watch this. See if bees approach the box and go to the sides. They're like inspecting, looking it over, checking it out. I'm about 12 yards away and I can see that. Double mediums for catch boxes are my favorite. And once they get housed up in double mediums and I give them 3 or 4 weeks, woohoo, we're operational, baby. I'm not inclined to move them. If they house up here, I'll just work them here. I'll leave them here. Well, that's refreshing. Catch a set in a nuke, which is not uncommon. It's just like I need to up my numbers. 10 or 12 is good for me. Most I've had on 8 acres is 43. Woohoo, that's too much. They suck up everything around, and then you have a bunch of weak colonies that get sick and they require more attention and it's harder work. And you don't make as much honey. No, too many for the area. But 12 is good. I think I can handle 12 with all the busyness, you know. All the coaching and teaching and phone calls and all the writing and contents and lessons and classes and et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So it's kind of a weird thing for me as a teacher and a coach because I love the bees. Boy, I truly love bees. But I'm not going to be able to do as much as I used to do for all the help that we give, which is cool. I love helping people. And I can't choose between. I love both. Love the bees and I love helping people. So what is that on the double medium? What is that? Is that a scout bee or is that ownership? That looks like a scout. We're looking. And off we go. We're going over to the nuke box. We're looking. They're scouting it. Another one. Oh man. I like to tell my members, if you learn from us and follow our methodology and protocols, we'll put you flush bees. What? What's that mean? Flush bees. Okay. Here's how I see this. When I was a kid, I used to stay at my grandparents' house in the summers. My granddad, he was a Depression boy. He was a teenager during the Depression. So he knew what it meant to be frugal. So in the mornings, he'd get his coffee. He would pour it into his cup. This is cup and saucer days. Remember we had coffee and cup and a saucer? And he'd fill that coffee cup up to the rim, and he'd always spill a little bit into the saucer. And he'd slowly come in and sit down, and he'd pick up his coffee cup. He'd have a little bit out of the cup, and then he'd slurp the coffee out of that saucer. Oh, Grandma hated that. Boy, she busted him. Carl, you don't slurp. It's great. I can remember it so many times. Always fill it up to the top and then overflow and have excess in the saucer. Flush bees. More than you need, more than you can handle. Flush. And we do this time and time again. It's the how. What are you doing? Well, if you get stuck in this mental mindset of buying bees all the time, it becomes real stressful and expensive, frustrating. That's not how bees work. Right about now, somebody's rolling their eyes, probably banging away in the comment section. I'm going to tell you, just listen, man. We have oil in the ground. We have water in the ground. We have natural gas in the ground. Natural resources. Bees don't come out of the ground. They're in the air. Bees are in the air. A natural resource. So how can you tap into that? Well, you're watching it. You're watching it happen. How can you tap into that? And that's what you have here. All these catch boxes set up with Swarm Commander on them. They're like oil wells. Honey wells. How about that? Or bee wells. Heck yeah. What's going on here? Alright, let's see if I can do this. I'll flip you over to the nuke because there's lots of action at the nuke. Oh, low battery. I think we're still going though. Still going. Okay, watch. I'll let you watch. I'm going to go sit down. Stay out of their way. They don't care about a tripod sitting there, but they care about a big fat beekeeper standing there. I don't know. My brain works different, I guess. But I have to go back to when I started. Yvonne and Carl Harrison in Tulsa were tremendous beekeepers. They've passed on now, but they were like legends, man. They helped the Tulsa Bee Club begin and start way back in the 70s and get big. And I'd call her and ask her questions, and she'd get on to me like a coach, man, just like a coach. You're thinking it's all wrong, Bubba. It's like, great. She taught me, when you go out to the apiary, ask yourself, what will my bees give me today? And I laughed, and she got offended. And she busted me again. She said, for what do you control? I said, nothing. Right. So when you go to the apiary, ask yourself, what will my bees give me today? So I did. Just like she told me. You just stand there in the apiary and change your mind, your brain. All right, I don't know what I'm doing here. I don't have a predisposed plan. Let's open up and see what we're going to do. And that's exactly how it worked. Like, okay, well, this was cool because my mind got lined up to work in harmony with the bees. No sense in supering up a box if there's going to be queen cells down there. Then you're going to have to take off the boxes. Here, airplane again. And I'm wondering if it's that crop duster coming back around. Yes. Go home, old boy. Dang. Oh, Lordy. So far, so good. Get your mind lined up with the bees and learn how to work in harmony with the bees. Not only does it get better, it gets a much deeper satisfaction in your work. Like, we're not fussing with these creatures. If they swarm, they swarm. If I can stop them, I'll stop them. But I soon just let them swarm. I'm around here on the property, and they got Russian scions and catch boxes and plenty of trees. Work in harmony with the bees. So are these bees my bees? Oh, I don't know. Who knows? I don't mark my queens, so I wouldn't know. But if I open up and find a marked queen, it come from a beekeeper somewhere. Thank you, sir, ma'am. Thank you. Finders keepers, man. They're not branded or tagged. Okay, so I think we have scouts working these two that you're looking at, the nuke and the double medium together. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Now let's go back down to where we were. So now, some more I'm going to teach you. Oh, man. Yeah. Right there. How about that? Okay. Normally, in the afternoon, most of the time, with the exception of 1 to 2, you'll have a quiet porch. I'm going to go up here. A quiet porch. A quiet porch. When your porch is really, really active all the time, lots of bees. You got too many bees in there. Population's too high. And that can be a trigger for a swarming event. Crampedness or crowdedness. So don't panic if you don't see something on your porch. How far away am I? 12 feet. I see a bunch of butts. There's a big. This swarm here filled up this box. Because I can see butts. Okay, maybe 2 weeks. I gotta have a graduation day sometime. 2 weeks. So you could, now it just depends upon your time you have and your location and stuff like that. But you could do like I'm doing, sitting here, I don't know, 30 minutes, 45 minutes. And watch your porches, and you can assess. You can get good at assessing. Like, boy, there's just a whole lot of action there for 5 o'clock. Or a whole lot of, man, for 11 o'clock in the morning, boy, I mean, look up. And that's kind of not really normal. If they come back at 10 a.m. in the morning, that tells me they've found a whole truckload of resources and they're super excited to report back, and it's worth the zipping home to do it, to report back. Oh boy, golden nuggets. How many golden nuggets in this lesson, huh? Yep, write them down. You'll get good the longer you stay in beekeeping. You'll get good at reading the porches, the flight attitude, what the bees are doing, what they're doing inside, whether the colony is big or small, or potentially a pre-swarm indication, all from porch attitude. Now there's a scout bee back on double medium. Yeah. And yes, I'm excited, and yes, I'm anxious to open them, but I've learned from past experiences two different times, I would see like, okay, there's a swarm, and I would smoke them and open them and go, oh, look, come back the next day or two and it's empty. What the heck? See, I didn't understand. Ooh. Yeah. So now that I know I have a swarm here, I would look for nice days to come back down here in my jacket and probably pull the chair up and sit right down next to it within 2 or 3 feet to the side. And just watch, and I want to see how much pollen is coming back. Scout bee on the double medium, up high, over the top, down the side, around the lid. Somebody's looking, somebody's thinking about it. Maybe come back in a couple of days and it's filled up. I've had them fill fast. Set a double medium down up near the house of an evening, like 5, something like that. Come back the next morning at 9 and it was full. Well, where'd they come from? I don't know, man. Bees are just so mysterious. They could be far away. They could be in your neighbor's barn. There's no telling. In a tree. We got lots of woods around us. Shout out to Warren. Got tons of bees, man. That's just not right. I think he has 1 million bee trees around him, and they just all cast off swarms to fill up his boxes. That's wonderful, man. Wonderful. Oh my gosh, holy cow. To Judy D, I said you're in South Carolina. You're in North Carolina. I apologize. My bad. Great beekeeper, man. I think out of everybody we teach, Judy, you're the one that bugs me the most. And that's okay. That's what you're supposed to be doing. That's great stuff, man. Texting and questioning, and that's all good, man. That's how this works. Okay, I gotta wind it down here. Alright, so after all my rambling and ranting, if you like how we teach and what we do and you're learning and maybe you just stumbled across us and you're like, well, who is this guy? Go to our website, littlecreekbeeranch.com. Look at the personal advisor program. I know there's a lot on the website. Look at the personal advisor program. That's a number, out of everything that we do, people coming to us, that's number one most popular. People want answers. They don't want to struggle. All right. There's a lot of content there. It's a coaching program, a coaching service, $29.95 a month, PayPal. You don't have to have a PayPal account. They'll just draft you. And then you get, free Zoom classes. There's 13 recorded Zoom classes. Any one of them's free. Just request the title. Educational newsletter with tips and tricks and strategies coming at you on the 14th of every month. Or print that out and save that. Put that in your sustainable manual. And that goes for all the other members that are watching, listening, looking. Read your newsletter. There's lessons there. Print it out if you can. Put it in your manual, your three-ring binder. You do have a sustainable beekeeping manual, right? Yeah, you better. Make one up. 8 different ebooks. face-to-face classes here in Inola. There's all kinds. It's just, we intentionally created this to load it up with good content and educate and teach people on sustainable beekeeping. That was our purpose and focus, and we gave it a 2-year beta test. Let's just see, give it 2 years. Let's just see how people roll in and what they like. And oh man, people say they like what we do. Okay. And actually, truth be told, there's about a 50% washout rate. You go, what? Now what? Here you are talking about a program. I know. It's not me. It's not me. I'm not all tough, mean, cranky, coach. You got to learn, man. Yeah, people leave. Okay, I'm not going to dog you. You get, the bees bring the standard, and I think that's what freaks people out. As they're thinking about this is not completely correct, and they come into it and they stick with it maybe the first year, and they get a feel for the demand, and then maybe the second year they'll gut it out. Okay, and if they don't get straightened out by the third year, they're out, and they take their equipment and put it on Craigslist, and out they go. That's just traditional beekeepers. But it seems like we have about a 50% washout. And I'm brutally honest. I've had people, they call me upset or crying, seriously. I can't read all this and do all this that you want us to do. I said, no. I can't watch all these videos and read all these books. No, that's not it. Everybody learns different. That's why you see a variety of coaching avenues. Ebooks. You like to read? We've written ebooks. You like to watch videos? We have a ton of them. You like PowerPoint presentations on the Zoom class? We got that. You want phone call appointments? We do that. You get to decide how you're going to learn. I didn't say you had to do all that. There's a lot there because I write and create the content. You get to pick and decide how you want to learn. It's up to you. This is self-paced, up to you. I don't hound you, call you, chase you down. I don't have time for that. If you want to learn, we're here. If you want to learn with us a long time, you stay plugged in. You can call. If you got a quickie question, you can text. You got 8 or 10 questions, we set a phone appointment and we'll knock them out. That's how we roll. All right. Gotta go, man. Gosh, I hate this. I could sit here for hours. It's like I said in the other video. Kelly would come home and say, Kendall, what did you get done for today? I counted bees. They're all accounted for. I love it, man. Oh, man, I love it. Okay, caught a swarm at a nuke. Woohoo! I like that. And Scouts checking out another nuke and a double medium. Oh, I like that too, man. That's good stuff. All right. Time to roll. Battery's about dead. Hope you learned something. Hope you learned a ton. I bet I'm going to have another couple of swarms down here. All right, so mark the date. April 23rd, 10 till 4. April 23rd, 2024 to Tuesday, 10 till 4. And I'm going to have a couple more swarms show up. And you watch. I will walk away, and I bet you a swarm comes flying down here. I will have to come out in the morning if it's not raining and check. All right, got to go. Later.